So Taps, you've completed your back four. Now you're onto your midfield. Where are you going now, my friend? Right to left?
Oh, right to left. Okay. So I'm going to go with Riyad Mahrez.
Ooh, all time.
I have to. When you look at his records and everything else, he's closer to hitting a century of goals. Assists, he has the pedigree, he has the championships, and I would say in the last 6 years, he's been one of the most dangerous wingers. If Pep did not rotate so much, we would appreciate him more.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
The records he's already breaking right now, and the output, and as well, every single time I know Haaland is there, KDB, but I feel he's City's most dangerous attacker because he can just make something out of nothing. He averages 10, I would say, here and there every kind of season. He's out there. So I just have to take him, man. And he's my right winger.
Lewis, we'll go with you. Where are you going next for your centre midfielder?
So sticking topical, a guy that did win the league with Riyad Mahrez. It's again a player who is, I believe, a League Cup away from winning everything, and that's N'Golo Kante.
I'm glad you didn't say Danny Drinkwater, my friend. Good choice.
Hey, I was this close to picking Drinkwater on that one, but no, he completely revolutionised the defensive midfielder position, and he's evolved as a footballer as well. I know he's now kind of known as a box-to-box midfielder, and he can pop up with goals, and as you'll know, he always scores against Man United for some weird reason, N'Golo Kante, and he hasn't celebrated one of those goals, and I don't think he ever will celebrate a goal. But the
guy's too shy to celebrate with trophies, and he doesn't even celebrate with goals. You're just kind of there, like he's there to do a job. It's like, you know, when you see that quote of Mario Balotelli saying, "Oh yeah, I don't want to score because the postman never celebrates when he scores." N'Golo Kante is the definition of that. He just doesn't. He could score a goal in a World Cup final and a cup final, just like N'Golo Kante for you. Travis, let's go with you because you have to pick your right-sided player, and then I'll let you play your centre midfielder again. I'm liking these double Travis picks as well, so that I've got some leeway for you there, Travis.
I think I'm going to upset you here, Lewis. I'm going to pick Frank Lampard. He was just unbelievable. I mean, he's the only midfield player in the top 10 goal scorers of all time in the league. You know, over 100 goals, over 100 assists. You know, he's won 3 Premier Leagues. He's won the Champions League. What more could you ask for from him? You know, never really delivered for England, but who did during that golden generation, as it were called?
Ashley Cole.
Yeah, to be fair. That's true. But he was my pick, Frank Lampard, on the right side of that midfield trio. I just think he was unbelievable.
Travis, I did say you get your second pick, so go for your second pick. Where are you going?
I'm going to go for the base of my midfield 3. It's a little bit of a cheap pick because he's not a defensive midfielder and people put him into that box. I'm going Yaya Toure. He's not a defensive midfielder. He was a lot more than that. He was a complete midfielder. But Yaya Toure, for me, I think is one of the most underrated players to have played in this league. He has to be in that conversation with the best midfielders of all time in the league. Anyway, he was just absolutely unbelievable. The things he could do with the football, I've never seen some of it.
Right, now it's my turn. I'm glad no one has picked this player because, you know what, may surprise a few of you, but if you know ball, you know why he's coming into this team. Cesc Fabregas.
Oh,
man. I have to cross the name off my list.
I had to do it to you. As well, but he is the most underrated ball-playing midfielder I've seen in the Premier League as well. He did it consistently for Arsenal when he was Captain Marvel for them as well in their, not banter era, but their transition era before they became a banter club as well. Respectively, there was a new age at the Emirates as well, and Fabregas was the man to try and deal with it. And then he got his dream move to Barcelona, winning multiple trophies for Spain as well, respectively. Euros, World Cup, Euros again. Moved back from Barcelona, had first refusal at Arsenal. And Arsene Wenger refused to sign him because he had Aaron Ramsey, Jack Wilshere, Mesut Ozil in similar positions, and Santi Cazorla. And then he moves to Lewis's club, of all clubs, Chelsea, and he wins the league in the first season he's back at Chelsea Football Club. And it shows the class and the character of the man that says Fabregas can do that, even in a Jose Mourinho defensive style system as well. And he was a baller. Cesc Fabregas was a baller. So, Lewis, we'll go with you for your midfield pick.
Okay, so Speaking about underrated ballers, a guy that will complement N'Golo Kante well and complement David Silva well on this team is Michael Carrick. I think that the boy was so underrated, and again, as a player, criminally underrated, complemented Paul Scholes. He was a mainstay. He was in that spine of that United team with like Evra, Vidic, Van der Sar, Rooney, Ronaldo.
Definitely. Taps, where are we going with your pick?
He's going to be kind of like my number 6 up and forward. I'm
for
going
God's
to go
sake.
with Patrick Viera.
He was my number 6. He was my defensive midfielder.
I really wanted Fabregas there, but he was taken, so I had to go with Vieira.
That's fair.
What can we say about him? He was an absolute monster in the middle. He's 6 foot plus. He was running, stamina, good skill, great control,
technically gifted.
Skills. Oh my goodness, the tech he had on him. He was the Yaya before Yaya, but Yaya just took it to another level with the goals and just being there. But captain as well, leader, he moved on Juventus, what he did with France and everything. Everywhere he's gone, he's kind of performed. He has an eye for football. He was a proper footballer in the middle. And, we can tell from the Invincibles, World Cup and everything else, he's won it all. He knows what it is to win. So, yeah, he's going to really anchor he's going to be that real number 6 in my midfield.
Excellent. I've got my backup choice, which is going to be a fun choice. Hopefully a few of you remember him. Travis, let's go with you. Where are you going in your midfield?
My final midfielder,
Moussa Dembele.
Moussa Dembele is exactly who I'm going for. Moussa Dembele.
I knew you were going to pick Moussa Dembele.
I
Schemer. You're a schemer.
Yeah.
You looked at my checked our Google Drive earlier, Travis. That's what you did. You stole Moussa Dembele from me. Oh,
Have
my
you got
days.
him? Was he one of your picks, was he?
He was my next pick after my number 6.
That massively surprises me. I love this guy. He's one of my favourite Tottenham players to have ever worn the shirt. He was just unbelievable. You just could not get the ball off him. There wasn't much that he could do with the ball. He didn't score many goals, wasn't really a playmaker or anything like that. However, it was just chained to his feet. You could just never, ever get the ball off him.
Definitely. No, good shout there as well. I'm going to go for a shock choice for my number 6, but I think he's the definition of a number 6. Claude Makélélé. Claude Makélélé, the definition of a number 6. They named it the Makélélé role because of Claude Makélélé, and he came to the Premier League at Chelsea. Mourinho's dog in that midfield as well, and he didn't have to break sweat much from what we saw and what we remembered as well, and what a player he was. And I could shout out Michael Essien as well. I could shout out Roy Keane as well. Some amazing defensive midfielders we've seen previously in the past and still in modern times as well. Could shout out Nemanja Matic, could even shout out Fabinho. But realistically speaking, I am definitely going to go for Claude Makélélé, the original compared to the newer updated model of N'Golo Kante. But what a player Claude Makélélé was. We'll go with Taps next. Taps, where are we going, my friend?
Who I'm going to pick, it's the personal choice. I think he's the most beautiful footballer to ever, one of the most beautiful footballers to ever grace a Premier League, and that's Santi Cazorla.
Wow.
I just have a bias to him. He's one of my favorite players ever. Left foot, right foot. He could do it all. And when he played center midfield, especially that game against Man City, when he was just scored a free kick and he was just a beautiful footballer. He kind of gets overlooked because he had Mata, you had Silva, Fabregas, all at that same time. So he didn't get as much love as he can. But left foot corner, right foot corner, left foot free kick, right foot free kick. He could do it all.
Excellent shout. Mine is it's an odd one. It's not an odd one, but of all the midfielders we have, and I'm picking him more because I enjoyed watching him more than a lot of other midfielders that I had. It's going to feel like a bias with this, but I'm just going to go for it, man. Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil is the guy.
Great player.
Brilliant.
You've got Mesut Ozil, you've got Ronaldo in his team up front as well. The link up they had at Real Madrid missed out on winning the league and the Champions League together as well. But everyone's going to look at this team and remember us. Quite a few Man City players are missing. Quite a few Man United players are missing from this as well. But just the fun that he brought, and that's what we forget about football. Football should be fun at times, and he brought the fun, the bounce passes, the drop of the shoulder, the continuous consistency that he had with getting goals and assists.